A Thanksgiving horror story. My name is Lena, and this happened to me and my family in 2014 in South Bend, Indiana. I've never talked about it publicly, partly because I know how it sounds, and partly because my family still pretends it never happened. But Thanksgiving has never felt the same since. Every year, my mother hosted Thanksgiving dinner at her old two-story house on the edge of town. It wasn't fancy, but she made it feel warm, candles everywhere, old gospel music humming softly from the kitchen radio, pies cooling on the counter, and cousins running through the hallway like they owned the place. That year, though, something felt off the moment I walked in. The house was warm, but the air felt heavy, like the walls were holding their breath. Mum blamed the old furnace. I blamed the cold Midwest wind. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. We all gathered in the dining room. Me, my mother, my brother Jake, my Aunt Sheila, her teen daughter, and my son, who was 9 at the time. The table was full: turkey, cornbread dressing, greens, ham, sweet potatoes, everything the way Mum always made it. But nobody could relax. Halfway through dinner, Aunt Sheila paused mid-conversation and looked toward the kitchen doorway. "Did you all hear that?" she asked. We all went quiet. At first I thought she was talking about the old house settling, but then I heard it too. A slow, dragging sound, like something heavy sliding across the floor in the kitchen. Jake stood up. "Probably the dog." Mum shook her head. "He's outside." The dragging sound stopped. Then we heard footsteps. Slow, steady, deliberate footsteps, moving across the kitchen toward the dining room. My stomach clenched. I stared at the doorway, waiting to see someone step through. But no one did. Jake walked toward the kitchen cautiously and turned the corner. A few seconds passed. Then his voice drifted back. "Ain't nothing in here," but he didn't sound convinced. We tried to continue eating, but nobody could focus. The air felt colder, even though the furnace hummed loudly in the background. Finally, my son whispered, "Grandma, there's someone upstairs." If you're enjoying this real nightmare, please like and subscribe for more. All of us froze. "What did you see, baby?" Mom asked gently. He wouldn't look at her. He stared at the staircase, eyes wide. A man. He was watching us. A chill crawled up my spine. Jake checked the upstairs, room by room. No intruder, no open windows, nothing knocked over. But when he came down, he looked pale. "There's a smell up there," he said quietly. Like something rotting. Mum's face drained of color. She didn't say anything, just went into the kitchen and turned the radio up louder. As the night went on, things got stranger. Little things at first. The dining room light flickering even though it rarely did. Aunt Sheila's glass sliding an inch across the table. The front door chain clinking by itself. We all heard it. Nobody wanted to acknowledge it. Around 9 p.m., I was helping Mom wrap leftovers when I felt someone behind me. Not like a presence. Like someone had walked right up into my personal space. I turned around fast. No one was there, just the darkened hallway. But something had changed. The whole house suddenly felt colder, quieter, like we weren't alone. Mum must have seen my face because she whispered, "You feel it too, don't you?" I nodded. She exhaled shakily. "Your grandmother used to say spirits pass through during the holidays. Sometimes hungry spirits. Ones that ain't at peace." I didn't want to believe it, but I couldn't deny what was happening. Around 10 p.m., Jake and Aunt Sheila began packing up to leave. We all gathered in the living room to say goodbye. That's when we heard it. A heavy thud from upstairs. Then another. Then slow footsteps coming down the hallway. The floorboards creaked in long, dragging groans, like someone was limping. We all stood there, staring at the ceiling. The footsteps stopped right above us. The living room light flickered violently, once, twice, and then went out completely. Someone gasped. I grabbed my son tighter. Mum whispered a prayer under her breath. Then we heard it. A low, guttural breathing coming from the staircase. Slow, raspy, almost wet, like someone trying to breathe with damaged lungs. A shape appeared at the top of the stairs. Tall, broad, shadowed. It wasn't a relative. It wasn't a person. It wasn't anything living. The air turned icy cold. It took one slow step downward. The staircase groaned. Another step. Then another. Mum suddenly shouted, "Enough! Leave! You're not welcome here in the name of Jesus!" The breathing stopped. The figure paused, tilted its head, and stepped backward. It melted into the darkness at the top of the stairs, as though it had never been there. A moment later, every light in the house flicked back on. None of us moved for a long time. We never talked about it again, not fully. Black folks don't play with certain things, and this was one of them. Thanksgiving still happens at Mum's house every year. We still cook, eat, laugh, argue, all of it. But we never stay late anymore. We never go upstairs alone. And Mum always leaves a small plate of food on the kitchen counter before bed. Just in case someone else is hungry, she says. I used to think she meant stray cats. Now I know better. Because some Thanksgivings, when everyone's gone and the house is quiet, Mum said she can sometimes still hear footsteps upstairs. Dragging, slow, like something remembering the way down. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this real nightmare, like and subscribe for more.